back with another episode of Straight Shooters.
Back to another Straight Shooters video. I'm Sid.
You had the ring to be the best in the league.
How impactful is it when it comes to them winning?
That was his first All-Star year.
It's proven facts.
Not going to give you what you need in the playoff setting.
Their team chemistry is probably thrown off because of this trade.
This shit is politics, bro.
It is what it is sometimes.
Where he need to be attacking the rim because when he like that, like he unstoppable.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Straight Shooters 94. I'm Sid, here with She and O. In Houston, we have a Kevin Durant problem, and we need to discuss that right now. So, in the last week or so, we've all heard about Kevin Durant getting back on Twitter and having his usual Twitter fingers, but this time we have him talking mad craziness about his teammates, basically disparaging all of his teammates. And we're here to have a discussion about that. What do you guys think about the morale of the team now that they all found out, if they didn't know before, how Kevin Durant feels about them?
Kevin Durant's Twitter finger strike again, man. Let's get into it. Let's see. Because I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about like how it's affecting the team now, and I want to talk about how it's going. I feel like this is going to affect his legacy in some way. Like all of his mishaps on Twitter and his burner accounts. I feel like it affects his legacy some type of way, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, I feel like what he did probably destroyed their chances of winning a championship this season. For sure. Like they had a slim chance. Nah, I ain't gonna say slim, but they had a decent chance to try to get to the Western Conference Finals. But I feel like now all of that then went down the drain with this. I don't know how they bounced back from this.
Yeah, I don't know how they bounced back from that.
Yeah, because team morale, team chemistry, everybody been locked in a locker
It
room.
matters.
Like it's so significant. And for him being a person that already has a reputation of doing these things, I feel like it make it even worse. And another thing that make it worse is you the vet there. You came there as the piece that they needed. You came there as the veteran to probably school some of these young guys and be that vocal leader in the locker room. And of course, we know what your talent level is, even at the age of 37. So you came there to be this extra piece and this voice in the locker room as the OG, and then you do some nut shit like this. So, yeah, I feel like it's gonna have a real big negative effect on the team, and I don't know how they're gonna bounce back from this.
Yeah. The thing for me is you chose this team, Kevin Durant. You've seen these dudes play before, and you pretty much, even being a player outside of their locker room, watching them play, their strengths and weaknesses. So to come in and be part of a team and then talk shit on their strengths and weaknesses instead of working with them on it and trying to help them improve, as you said, him being a 37-year-old veteran. I mean, like, dude, mentor your teammates. They brought you here for a reason. You came there for a reason.
Right.
I mean, you felt like you needed to prove that you can take your own team, a team that follows you, to the championship. And I know they got the talent to do it. And it's just been a matter of them finding their game together. And, they've had their ups and downs all season long, but it's mostly been up. I mean, they've been pretty much a top 4 or 5 seed all season long. And now you come out and do this right after the All-Star break or during the All-Star break. And any chance of y'all having like a strong run down the stretch of the season to probably push yourselves up to the 1 or 2 seed, I think that's out the window now. And now you make it all that much more difficult to succeed in the playoffs. Because I really had them in the Thunder from the beginning of the season. And obviously Denver too. The Thunder, in Denver, I had them as the top 3 seeds. and probably Houston falling either second or third. But yeah, now I don't know. Now they're probably gonna be a 4 or 5 seed. They might fall to 6 or 7 because I can't really call it how they're gonna respond.
And I agree with that. I don't know how they're gonna respond because like this a young bunch. You know what I'm saying? It's not a veteran bunch that I mean have been through the had experience through the playoffs. So a young team trying to fight through locker room chaos to try to make a run far into the playoffs. I don't know how that's gonna happen. And the thing that's interesting too is like you said, they've been around what like fourth, fifth seed all season, even though like there are mishaps and trying to like figure some things out. Like so, it's like it's not even that much for y'all to try to like tweak to try to, be that number one contender, not the number one seed, but be like looked at as a team like yo, they could take it all away for real. So for you to be this extreme and have to go to Twitter or X or whatever to call your teammates out, like, bro, like that's some bonehead shit. What are you doing, bro? You should know better than that.
Absolutely.
You think that was his page,
That's
or you
interesting.
think that it's just you did it before, so somebody threw it out there, so now it's like we can't believe that you ain't do it.
Well, if it's not, another thing I want to say about that is if it's not his page, bro, stop with all the mysterious shit and come out and say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop
Because
being a pussy. Like it's like he can't be a leader on the team. Can't be a leader.
he not. It's just not
He
in him.
can't be a
Because
leader. He's not a leader.
everything that he
He don't
said,
have leadership qualities.
he don't got leadership qualities, right? Because
He
everything
just
that
don't. He's a good player, great player, but
great player,
leadership is not his forte.
not at all. Because what I was about to say is everything he's allegedly saying in these tweets, he could say that in the locker room. Like, you are Kevin Durant, bro. You can go in there and tell Şengün, like, yo, I need you to step your defense up. I need you to pick up on this or that end of the floor. Hey, Jabari, I need you to lock in more. You can go in the locker room as Kevin Durant, the 37-year-old OG that's still hooping on the level that you are. You could go in the locker room and say all these things directly to their face.
But Kevin Durant, like he ain't got no kids or something. He must ain't
He
got no
don't.
kids or something.
No, he
Huh?
don't. He don't.
Cause it's like he don't know how to. He can't direct
Yeah.
nobody to do nothing.
It's funny that you said that because me and she was talking about that. If he actually had some kids, he might be better.
Maybe he get it.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Cause you gotta
Um,
understand these like the players he playing right now, they kids.
yeah, yeah,
They grown, but they kids. Especially them. He almost 40. They 18, 19, 22.
yeah.
Real right. Like,
That's a
how old the
fact right
Thompson
there.
twin? Like 21, 22? Ben Thompson,
Who the young
Yeah,
boy, the
man.
twin? Yeah, he young.
A man
yeah,
can't be no
baby,
more than
man.
22. Uh, who else?
Danny the second best player.
Reed
What he the second
Shepard.
best player on the team? The players that matter are the young ones.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
So that's a problem. He'll never get along with I just don't Durant.
Yeah,
Like you
I
this
don't
was
get it, bro. I really don't get it. And I give it to you. I give it to you. Oh, you've been on this like KD not what you think he is way for a long time, like since Thunder days. And I didn't see it back then. We used to always rock with Westbrook over Durant. I ain't get it. I still don't ever think he was a better talent than Kevin Durant. But just like the leadership
the
qualities
mind state, yeah, like
and the intangibles, I get where you're coming from now. So I give you that one. Cause you've been like that's why I see why you laughing and stuff, because it's like you've been on this for the longest and now it's really like showing
yeah.
his
It's
face for what
showing.
it is.
He is like when you at work, he the employee of the month, but he could never be a supervisor.
yo, I like that analogy.
He employee
Thanks.
of the month every year, but never could be a supervisor.
But it can never be the supervisor.
You can never give him a promotion. It's like nah,
Nah, you can't give him a promotion. You just gotta use what
yo,
he a weapon. He the ultimate weapon. That's what he is. He's the ultimate weapon.
Damn, so he there, he doing everything. He on the
You
forklift, he
can't really
rushing
build
back
around him.
boxes.
And that's probably why you can't build around him.
Right.
Right.
You have to add him to your team so you can
Yeah, like
deploy
you
him.
gotta add him. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably why I worked so good with Durant. Like, I mean, with Curry because he was
Of
added
course.
and Curry the leader. Like, you know, Curry the leader. We
Yeah.
can hold that down.
And Draymond, the next leader after that.
Oh yeah. The Draymond. Yeah, so you
It's
need that whole
Curry and
setup there.
Draymond, so then it was him. So you feel me? Uh, and you know another thing right now. Speaking of leadership, I can definitely feel that they missing Fred VanVleet right now as they point guard in general on the floor. Cause I give him that he
Yeah.
definitely can run a team, and that's what you would need. Like if Kevin Durant probably had to be the secondary leader for the team, you know what I mean, lead by example. But as far as the vocal the voice in the locker room type of guy, Fred VanVleet there, I feel like maybe it will be a better chemistry between the team, and it'll probably be a better team anyway. Because Fred VanVleet definitely one of the better point guards, like being able to run in the system, especially that pick and roll system. But yeah, I feel like they definitely missing Fred VanVleet right now for sure.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that a little bit earlier too. I was thinking a veteran point guard could put him in his place, or at least
Yeah.
hold the team together, even with those antics, you know. Because when it
Something.
all comes
Hire
down
Chris
to
Paul
it,
or something.
hey man, they might have to try to call up Chris Paul and bring him back out of retirement. I mean,
Yeah,
he
like
can't
put
play
him
for
on a
so many
bench like
minutes.
assistant coach or something. Somebody need to help him because he gonna tear the Rockets to pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He gonna be another team this summer.
and it's crazy because everything he's saying is well, I ain't gonna say everything, but the stuff he's saying about the team for Shangoon, that's true. Because another thing me and Sid was talking about before, and I was like, I'm tired of people calling Alperen Shangoon baby Joker, baby Jokic, because he not that. And the stuff about his defense that Kevin Durant was saying and all of that is true. But you feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you can address that face to face with that man in the locker room, KD. Like you make a point with the things you saying, but like you just going about it the total wrong way. Go in there face to face with your team and do what you're supposed to do as the OG leader. Nothing
So
wrong with
he
saying that
said
everybody
that.
need to work on their game.
So he said that Sangoon wasn't nowhere near Jokic or something.
No, I was saying that. That's what I'm saying. I
Uh
agree with his. I'm agreeing with his take on Jokic, saying that this is a
uh
franchise player. He can't really shoot like that, which he can score. Like he ain't got to be the greatest shooter. You feel what I'm saying? But they do need better shooting on that team. But like he
yeah.
decent. But I see that he make like on head plays down the stretch, and he a defensive liability a lot of time, a lot. So I
But who you was
understand
talking
where he
about right there?
Shangoon, Shangoon.
Oh, Sangoon.
Yeah, so I was singing that, and that's why I was like, I agree with that because they be calling him Baby Joker and all that, and I don't agree with that
Yeah, he
because
ain't
he got
nothing like
some.
that.
Yeah, and I'm like, he got some glaring like deficiencies to his game, especially at his position, and I'm just like,
Because he's
I
not better
agree
than
with that, but
Sabonis.
I don't know about that.
He better than Sabonis.
He scored better than Sabonis,
He
but
score better than.
yeah, but I guess if the way they've
I feel
been
like
using
I
him,
don't
like
Sabonis
know.
played a
as
I
little
think
defense and all that though.
if the bonus was healthy, it's kind of a toss up between those two.
Oh, he been getting help, hurt a lot. I ain't seen
they both
Sabonis in a while.
defensive liabilities. Sabonis didn't give you
Yeah,
no good defense like that either. Hell no.
he ain't
Come
give
on,
you
man.
no little
Same nigga
blocks or
that
nothing.
not really. We talking about the same nigga
Yeah, he
Draymond was
ass.
stomping out.
Yeah, them niggas ass. They ain't playing. If you a center, you ain't playing no defense. You ass. Fuck it.
Sound
Fuck you doing? You
like you
big.
said.
What you what? How you ain't got no blocks? You big.
Sound like you said. You be like, yo, you big. You better play some defense in the paint.
I do be saying
At
that
least
all the
blocks.
time.
The
I
least you
say
can
that
do is
all the
get some
time.
blocks. You the tallest nigga on
Yeah.
the court. You ain't got no blocks. You
At least
niggas
you
just
can
shot
do
the
is
ball
be
150 times this game, man. You ain't getting not one block.
on
That'd
some
be
real stuff. The least you could be is in the way. that's
Yes,
that's
you feel me? Like,
the
come on.
the least you could be is in
That's
the
the least
way.
you can do.
You might not get the block because you might not get jump like that, but you should be there to step
You
up
gotta be in the way,
anytime.
right? Shit, you
Yeah.
big.
So
You ain't trying if you ain't even in the way.
yeah,
right. Even if you ain't getting
Because
the
defense
blocks,
is
like
effort. And that's the thing
right.
about defense. That shit more effort than it is skill.
yeah.
Yeah, damn right. Defense, you gotta put
You
that
gotta
shit
want to
together.
be that shit.
And it's crazy for somebody like Sabonis because it's just like we know you got the energy because remember he a great rebounder. He can get you 13, 14, 15 rebounds in the
Yo,
game. Use that same energy to block shots, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just be like, all right. So let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think what's the best case scenario for this team? We already know like with him making these tweets and stuff that it looked like it's like the season going down the shitter for the Rockies. But being as though they got Ime Udoka as the coach, me watching the game last night versus the Knicks, it seemed like they trying to play as if they not
not
phased
happy.
by the tweets. Like you get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
what's the best case scenario? Do you think they could probably still make a decent run into the playoffs, get to the second round, make it real interesting in game seven or something? Then as though it look like I said, this season just going down the shitter. Best case scenario after the Kevin Durant Twitter finger shenanigans.
The West is tough. They won't beat a team like OKC like that, and they won't beat a team like um,
Yeah,
who I'm
yeah.
thinking
Do you think
about.
they can still make an upset after that? Like, can they be the Timberwolves? Can they be the Nuggets? Can they be the Spurs? Can they be the OKC? Can they be the Lakers now? You feel what I'm saying? Any of them teams you think they can win now in the playoff
I
series?
I think they could still beat all those teams except for OKC. OKC is the one team that I think they with these issues they won't be able to beat them because they don't really got that nothing to fall back on as far as leadership wise when the times get tough. When times get too tough against them, they'll either crumble or just come up short.
Yeah, I could agree with that. What about the Spurs? You think that they can still beat the Spurs if Wemby
Well, the
healthy and
Spurs, the
everybody else
Spurs
healthy?
might be the Spurs might be too young and inexperienced. I mean,
Hmm, interesting.
they might beat them off based off of that. So I mean that might be a 7 game series.
I mean,
Nah,
but you
yeah, I
Uh,
feel
saying
like that's a 7 game series. I'll take the Spurs though, just
I
because when
wouldn't count
it's
the I
that's
would
when that matters. That camaraderie when it's that 7th game. eh, eh,
yeah.
eh, eh, That's when that them Twitter fingers. That's when they come into play right there. Because that's when y'all
and,
go be under the most pressure and it's the most intense, and
and that's what
you
I was
look to
about to
your
ask.
shoot.
I was about
Mm-hmm.
to ask that. I was going to say that would they inexperience be offset by Kevin Durant's lack of leadership? Because outside of Kevin Durant, they ain't got much experience either. They a young team too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, but they were at least in the playoffs last year. Um,
Right.
I'll say that Kevin Durant gives me a chance to win any game 7. At,
That's a fact.
more so than anybody in that matchup. You know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
nobody
That's a good
nobody
point.
on nobody on the Spurs has proven that yet. And as great as Wemby is, I mean, this is gonna be his first playoff. So
I mean, that's what I was gonna say about Wimby. Yeah, it might be his first playoff, but he is Wimby. Like he like a
Dominant.
freak of the nature. Like yeah,
He's
like it's
straight.
freaky. So you can't teach this defense. But my thing is he inconsistent?
Who Wimby?
Yeah.
Um,
nah,
I
Wemby's
guess
consistent.
not really.
They are inconsistent in giving him the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I think. They say they're still inconsistent in giving him the ball because Wemby should be averaging like 30, 35.
That's what I'm saying. And then I still see
But
games where he like 16 points.
But
Then
you
I
know,
seen
honestly,
Zion do what he did to him.
I
When
mean, I think
Zion
what
did
it
what he
is
did to
is
him, I was looking at him a little funny. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, Zion
Yeah.
catch a body, man. That ain't that.
But
It's hard to knock.
it was a couple bodies in that. Like
Yeah.
that whole game was.
Well, is it because Wemby? I mean, Wemby is Wemby. Let's not forget Zion is
He
Zion.
made him
Like,
look. He made him look like he was mortal.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know,
they had.
Wemby is on the court. Sometimes he look immortal. Like it's nothing you can do.
but
Yeah,
Zion, he looked like a immortal sometimes. Like when Zion healthy, anytime throughout his NBA career, when he healthy, he be putting us some great numbers, great stat lines, great highlight. We forget like he don't be losing. He just never there. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
When Zion
yeah,
is
yeah. He's just never there.
when
Zion
Zion is on the
is for
court,
sure MVP talent
Yeah,
if he
when
can
he
stay
on the court,
healthy.
it's cracking.
Yeah,
so
he's just not
Yeah,
there.
when he on the court, he's doing his thing. But
And,
man, he don't ever be on the
and
court.
shout out to him because I'm about to tell y'all something. Matter of fact, let me see if y'all can guess. How many consecutive games you think he done played this season?
consecutive games,
Mm,
Zion.
is it the most he ever played?
Yeah, hell yeah, it gotta
I
be.
was,
It's
I was
good.
gonna say. I'm gonna say 25.
What did you say? What you say? Oh,
16.
man, they say he played 35 consecutive games. I said, go ahead, Zion.
What?
He ain't never did that.
He
Hell
definitely
no.
ain't. He
That's
ain't
a
never did
damn
that for
shame.
sure.
They
He
said he
definitely
played
never did
That's a
that.
35
damn
consecutive
shame.
games. I said, let's go, Zion. Try to prove these
But you
people
want to know
wrong.
what Zion
So
gonna be? You gonna see in the future players built like him that last though.
I hope so.
Boy, I,
Like
I,
he like I feel like he a certain type of player like you know how you got the tall ass niggas like Durant and them. Like they
yeah,
started to come in the league. Oh, you got the tall ass point guard. Woo, woo. I think you're gonna start seeing some Zions,
some
overly
just like
powerful ass niggas like
physically dominant, just
just
being able to do
with the
everything.
bunnies. He got so much bunnies that the height don't even matter. It's shit. Yeah, I think you're gonna start seeing them same.
That's
Did you see that video I sent of Michael Parsons playing football? I mean basketball.
nah. I ain't see. I gotta check it
It's
out.
bad. This nigga got bunnies and all. I didn't even know that shit. We was thinking that he was.
Yeah. Before we go on the side tangent, he been on that too. Said we was gonna make a episode about who got the better athletes, NBA players or NFL players, who like just all around better athletes, like not in their particular sport. But before we go off on a tangent and get sidetracked, we're gonna put a pin in that because we're gonna definitely get to that another day. So to get back on track to the Kevin Durant thing, we talked about how it affects the team now, but how do y'all think this affect his legacy overall?
Whoa.
Because he did have a lot of pressure on it. Like a lot of people looked at it like, all right, Kevin Durant, you need to jump to another team that's like got a decent roster, they up and coming. You should be able to come there as this talent and get them over the hump. So if this turns into another failure, especially if it is a failure in spectacular fashion, like how do we look at him now? Like you went there, then had the Twitter fingers, fucked the team up once again, and another season down the drain on another team. So how could this possibly affect his whole legacy?
Well, it all comes down to winning. He got all the stat lines. He plays games. We all know where he is when he's on the court. He's gonna give you 25 to 30, 6, 7 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists. So that part, he's gonna shoot great. All that part is the game ain't nothing changed about the game when you talk about Kevin Durant, even in the same age that he is now. The thing comes to all this is about winning. It's all about winning. If he gets knocked out in the first round, or if they fall down and turn into a play-in team and have to scrape their way in, that's the part that's gonna look bad on his legacy. If he can get them, as a higher seed, keep them in the top four, maybe the fifth, and win some rounds in the playoffs. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about the wins now.
But what was that boosting just going to another round in the
Yeah.
play? He need the rings without
He,
Curry to be but my thing is with him is where are we trying to put him and where does he think he's going on the all time list?
right. Well, this is it. He got to at least make the conference finals or the finals. That's for
To
sure
be
right
where
there.
though? Like
And
who
I
are we
mean,
really saying he better than?
Oh yeah, so
I'm
let
about
me
to
let,
tell you.
let me
I'm about
ask.
to tell you real quick
All
though.
right.
Just making it is going to be like, all right, that's going to validate one part of his legacy as far as him being able to continuously, like, if he could get to the finals again, that means he gets to the finals without Steph, without Westbrook, and that's proving one thing. Obviously, he got to win the finals to be counted as a greater player than wherever people typically have him, all time, which I figure most people got him somewhere in the top 20, probably 10 to 15, somewhere in that range. I'm not sure
Yeah.
because but for him to be greater than that and possibly be like a top 10 player or something in people's eyes, that, well, unless they super KD fans, but like a consensus, more of a consensus fringe top 10
Right.
player all time, he got to get this chip somehow, some way in within the time frame that he's there.
I can agree with all that. That's a fact. Because I was about to say, and I was going to ask, where do y'all particularly got him right now? Like top 15, top 20. You know what I mean? Who we better than? Who we
I
not better
never
than?
really thought about his,
And with a
but I feel
ring,
like he's somewhere 15ish, shit like that.
yeah. So because is he
Um,
better than y'all got him over? Y'all got him over Dirk Nowitzki.
Ooh, that's tough.
I
I
got him
don't
over
know.
Dirk,
Dirk.
but they like right there.
And I can't. Yeah, that's a tough one. I ain't even
I,
being
I,
biased. It's a tough one.
and I keep it. You already know. I keep it funky when I'm being biased. I'm biased with the Dirk. It's like we was talking the other day
Dirk was
before we
Dirk.
started.
Shit.
We were talking about because I found it interesting. Somebody was like, "Who you taking, like career wise or whatever?" Just like who you got, uh, Dirk Nowitzki or Dwayne Wade. And I'm like, damn, that's tough. I'm biased because I'm a big Dirk fan, but I feel like Kevin Durant and that question, like with them two too, like he like in that area around with them. Because I was gonna ask that too next.
That
D
tier
Wade,
of yeah. That's that. Yeah,
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 D Wade
yeah.
or
That is
Kevin
yeah.
Durant, D Wade or Kevin
D
Durant
Wade or
or Dirk
Kevin.
or Kevin Durant. Yeah, just trying to think, bro. I feel like
I like D. Well, I might be being biased because I was D Wade before niggas was D Wade.
yeah, you was D Wade for
Now,
a minute.
Moolah, about even yeah when they all first came out, I was D Wade, fucking Brown all niggas. I ain't D Wade,
Before,
but
yeah, you were saying that before. It wasn't no Melo, wasn't no Brian. You was like, yo, the boy Wade, man, Dwayne Wade. Yeah, you
he
you was
better
on
than
that
both of
early.
niggas.
You was on that early. Oh yeah, because when that
But
came in '06, yeah, you wouldn't shut up about it for a minute.
yeah, because I didn't know he was gonna do all that, but I knew he was. I felt like he was better than him because he was great. But he one of them players like some players like, and that's what I'm saying like with the longevity. Some players like a John Morant, he won't play 20 years.
Yeah, that's
Like
a fact.
certain players like they just it's the style of play. Like they lean on athleticism more. Well, shit, LeBron he fucked the league up so bad. He's still dunking. He just on horizon. There's no
He
way. Bro.
Yo,
allegedly,
There's no way he's
allegedly,
still dunking
allegedly.
like this. Like
allegedly.
how he still dunking? Like it's cool to be still playing at 40. That's cool. But you
But
dunking and shit is fucking me up. Like
yeah. I mean, but
you dunking
he
hard too. You doing
he
styles and shit. Like
he played way under the rim where he used to though. You can still see that like this ain't the Bron of 10
he
years
do,
ago. He
but if they throw that alley hoop, I just seen him, man. No, man. It's never gonna be like it was, but he's still like you still be like,
it's
hold up, nigga.
ridiculous. It's for
Like,
sure
come on,
The
ridiculous.
man
you can
is a
still do
physical
that
specimen.
because he's still doing tricks and shit. I just seen him do a damn that one dunk he be doing, that little goofy ass dunk he be doing. He ain't got no dunks like that. He got his about 4 dunks he be doing.
So before we get back on to Kevin Durant, let me say that, like you said, some players they just they style of play or their physical stature or whatever just gonna prohibit them from playing in the league for 20 years or something like that. But it's just like, all right, if you only know you're going to get about 14, 13, 14 years out of this player, how dominant was they during their time, though? That's what it comes down to, how dominant you was in
Yeah.
the era. Yeah. So, and that pertains to our the everlasting Jordan versus LeBron debate. It's
And that's
like
what I'm
LeBron,
saying. If you saying that, Moolah, the nigga went to the finals 10 times in a row.
bruh. I just
And
say,
then,
see, we about to. All right, hold up. We got to chill because we gonna have to
yeah,
chill.
because it's about to go there.
We about to go there. we about to go
Shit
there.
about to go there.
We about to go there. Yeah, I'm trying to stay on track. Don't get too far off for the tangent. So yeah, we can lock in and do that later on tonight. But for me, um if he falls short again, I guess he still stay right around that 15ish mark, give or take. You know what I mean? A couple spots. And
Yeah,
if he
without
but
another ring, stay where he at, kind of, right?
yeah.
Because
But
Brown
then it's
Brown when
like,
he's doing all them times, that shit don't mean nothing for this shit. They can be like, man, fuck this shit, he ain't win.
yeah, it's
Even though
always
everybody got hurt on him and shit. But it's cool.
that. Like I said, we're gonna get to that.
But the problem
Cause if he
the problem for KD is in his standing all time is if a nigga like Jokic wins another one or SGA, because now both of
uh
them also have two, and both of them have two straight off the muscle of being the guys on their team and never running. So that's gonna be a big problem,
yeah,
especially Jokic, because Jokic already got more MVPs than him, and man,
yeah,
Yeah.
Yoke, yeah,
that
This is
people
going to
already
be a
got
bad
Jokic
joint.
because people already got
So who is
Jokic
the
over
best
him
player
now.
in the league then?
Right.
I just see the nigga just asked them that. It was Ant-Man, and one nigga said Jokic, and I'm like, damn.
I mean,
Who
SGA
is the
been hurt.
best?
He didn't play tonight. I was watching the OKC game earlier. They
Even
won.
with SGA merit and all, just put, even if SGA wasn't her, who you think the best in the league right now then?
I'm going SGA because I always stick to what I'll be saying. Being consistent is about winning. Last year in the final, I mean in the playoffs, before they even gave the MVP out, which I wish they did this every year when it was tight. Him and Jokic had to play each other for that finals. I mean, for that MVP of the season award. I feel like they ain't give it out until after that series was over. And not only did he
When he
beat
took
him,
him down.
he took him down, and then went and took everybody else down. And the MVP of the league, the MVP of the finals. Like, bro, it's like he on the mountaintop to somebody come knock him off. So that's
Yeah.
how I feel about SGA. Now,
I
when
like
somebody
King.
say when somebody say Joker is the best, it's still hard to go
So
against
you
them
got to
because
have
I
that
like
ring to be one of the best.
no, because I'm
You
about
got
to
to have the
say
ring to be the best in the league.
no, I don't think that. I feel like what K doing for me, it ain't about the ring. It's about like where it depending on where you at in career for one too. But for K, we need to see more playoff success. Where
Yeah.
if he get into the playoffs this year and it's like undeniable, like yo, you're not stopping him under no type of no matter what the situation is, he gonna do him. Maybe they came up short because they missing pieces from the roster or inexperience or whatever like that. But we can see that Cade on his way. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you could say somebody the best in the league like that if it's glaringly obvious. But if you got somebody on the other end, they winning and still putting up similar numbers and being just as dominant, it's still hard to put him in front of one of them players. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah. Because it's, yeah.
It's
Because
like,
you can't, yeah. It is what it is sometimes.
yeah.
Like,
And it's
he
just
ain't
like
winning, but he the best.
yeah, because it's like it's a thing of being the best or being that caliber player. Because I feel like he is that caliber player now. He's in the
He
same.
definitely that kind of player. That. He been that kind of player probably. He was that last year.
He was that last year too. Yeah, I give you that. That's a fact. It's like you feel what I'm
But
saying.
now
It's
he's
like
starting to enter into the best. Is he the best? Like, you know? Because he having a hard type numbers type jump.
where he filling up the
He
stat sheet
started
and all that.
he's starting to have 40 and 13 and shit. So it's like, oh
And Melo is way better defending than Harden too.
yeah. So he's starting to
But in a way, he right on time. It's just like a lot of people,
yeah
because we grew up in the era where we got spoiled by players that just came in and out the gate was like, yo, we never
yeah.
seen this before. Where,
So
but you
now
know,
we
when you
look at
think
that
about
like
it,
it ain't no such thing as development shit.
yeah, like we gotta really look at it like, yo, like think about what we saying, yo, you gotta come in and just be the best in the league. Like you can't develop, like you
Yeah.
gotta give somebody a chance to
But who did that
develop
come
as that
from?
player.
Who did it really come from though?
The narrative for LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron started that. Like he fucked niggas up, had niggas. Yeah, every nigga get drafted, he got to be the best. Fuck it, you got to be nice on the rip. You already 40. It's over.
That's true, yeah. But it was that draft class
Out of that
specifically.
class, yeah, I'll give it to him. That class, because they all
It's
came
that
up.
class. Like LeBron is the head of that class, but for sure that class was like that, bro. Like, cause Melo,
Yeah,
everybody
when they
expected
all
Melo to
came in
come step in.
together, that hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh,
Oh,
his
okay.
phone must have died. Oh man, we lost. Oh,
He also,
yeah, he might
but what
jump
you
back
was
in.
about to say, I was gonna say, man, that class came in and changed the NBA drastically, drastically. Like Cleveland, LeBron was just killing by himself when he came in that first year. But the Nuggets was one of the most trash teams in the West, and all of a sudden they were a playoff team. Same thing for the Heat.
Word.
And then in a couple of years, when LeBron started making the playoffs and Bosh was bringing his team to the playoffs, like it just it transformed the league in a different way. Like I don't think we really had a draft class where the like 4 or 5 of the top players drafted really just came in like in 3 years, just all their teams
Yeah.
just started taking over.
All right. And then they all like became like is Bosh top 75?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's just like you feel what I'm saying. It's like you get a whole class of people. Like you got 5 people coming out of one draft, top 75, uh, all champion. Like, well, not Melo, but like he is Melo 30,000. I think he's just under 30,000 points. Like, but like they all like historically great on some level, whether that's scoring, winning, all around, whatever the case is. Like they some of the best at their position. Period. Like so, like that draft
you
class.
know, you
Period.
hold up. You asked me if Bosh was top 75. He might not be actually. I think he could be, but he probably didn't make that team.
Um, yeah,
I'm about to look
like
now for you. But here we
man, he
go.
that
Good.
kid.
Right there.
As far
Nope,
as
they say he
Bosh.
didn't make the top. He didn't make the top 75. But I mean, they put Anthony Davis in, and
Yeah,
I would rather have.
I don't get the Anthony Davis thing. I get the looking at him as a talent, like a what if, like and it's crazy that he still playing, but he's a what if player.
Yeah, he gotta have the longest career out of any what if player.
That's a fact. But it's like if you just want to go down to the resume, like his resume not that decent, bro. Like I don't know what people be saying.
Right. What it is they look at those advanced metrics, man. His PER, especially in his prime years when he was with the Pelicans, uh,
It's
his PER was always off the charts.
yeah,
But I mean, you get that, but at the same time, you get him only playing like 45 games, so and never making the playoffs. And then when he did make the playoffs, typically he gets his ass bust.
yeah, man. That's the other thing. Like I said, I always look at winning, and then of course, what's your impact on winning? Not did your team just win? What was your impact on that winning team? Impact on
Right.
winning, and then everything else fall in line after that. Your stats and your bag and all that kind of stuff. Like that's when that fall into play. But yeah, winning and impact, your impact on it, they gonna always be the top 2 things gauging your greatness, especially in comparison to another player.
Yeah, I'm mad that O dropped off because I wanted to say about he asked a good question. He said, "Do you have to have the ring to be considered the best?" And I was going to say, you might not have to have it, but it definitely count a lot towards it. Because if you already considered like up there, like Ant-Man for example, he's a nigga that don't got a ring, but he's considered typically, when people be like, "Oh, who's the top five players in the league?" Typically, somebody, most people would have Ant-Man either fifth or sixth, something like that. But if he
Right
do
around there.
put, yeah, but that's because we see his talent and we see his production. We see his ability, and it matches up. Like, I mean, 1-on-1. I mean, if you want guards, like, how much better do you get? It's like Ant-Man, SGA. It was like shit. Like,
Word.
but the fact that SGA got it done is what puts him over him still. You know, even
Yeah.
though somebody, like I said, like an Ant Man or even like a Luca, they could be putting up astronomical numbers, but hey, it's like, listen, I done already did the numbers thing. Can I get the wins done in crunch time? Can I get my team to number one seeds year in and year out? Those are the things that
Yeah.
separate you when you're in that top echelon.
That's right. It got to because we all, like I said, we all in the same tier as far as the caliber player we are. So what's going to
Yeah,
separate us? It gotta be the win. And then even if you don't win, it sounds crazy, but I say you got two people that don't have a ring. Let's see how y'all lose. Like how you lose matter
right,
too, I guess. Like, all
right,
right, like I said, if K get to what the second round conference finals, he don't make it, but he's still putting up the same astronomical numbers on some decent or great efficiency. It's gonna be like, yo, youngin on his way, man. But like, you know what I mean? Like I said, we got some glaring things wrong with the roster, or maybe some bad calls, whatever the case is, but he ain't get it done. But we can see that it's clearly not his fault. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give up. He didn't get to do all this killing for 45 minutes and then get to the last three and then forget how to play basketball. It's like all of those little like nitpicking things is how you got to do with these great players because there's no other way to do it to me. You gotta pinpoint out all the good with the bad, like best as you can.
right.
Cause you yeah, it's like they lost.
Because you know what that reminds me of. It's like, remember when the Sixers, when we went on that finals run, and AI, that series with AI and Vince Carter went at it. It's like, yo,
Ooh,
that's like, that's like the kind of thing you're talking about. It's like, man, neither one of the niggas folded, and but you can't look at Vince like a failure for that series because of the fact that AI got over him, because shit, he was going shot for shot with him.
for real.
Oh, you scored 40, I scored 45. Hey, let's see who team win. Both of them making
Yeah.
shots to the clutch. Like, it's like both of them going on runs and stuff. It's like, okay, you
That
scored
that
50, I scored 56. It's like, damn. It's just like, and
yeah.
and and what the difference came out of that was that Vince had that last shot in that game 7, and he had to get off like a miracle shot, and shit almost went in. But it's like, well, shit. Well, I did everything I could. I just didn't make it like a 30-foot shot at the buzzer with 2 seconds left. Like,
Right. So it's just like you said, like that's not a failure. It's like, you know what I mean? It hurt. I know it hurt to be that player. Like, damn, like one shot away, like from the type of series I just had, man, to go to the finals. Like, but like us as fans or the media, whoever can look at that and just be like, oh, he folded, man. He ain't got what it takes. Like, he clearly got what it takes. Like, it's just like, I mean, it had to be a winner and it had to be a loser.
yeah,
It's one of them type of things. Somebody had to win, man. Like, but it still was a toss up. Like, you could still even say, like, yo, the Raptors was the better team. It's just not, I mean, maybe AI went a little bit more crazier or something like that. But the Raptors was probably still the better team when you think about it. Like, it's one of them type of things.
yeah,
But shit. If you go there though, but if we get to game 7 and all of a sudden he been going back and forth with AI the whole series, and the next thing you know, in this particular game, AI got 40 and he got 14, then I never gonna look like, yo, what happened, man? Hold up, whoa, this is an ego
exactly.
problem. This is a you problem.
Exactly.
This is not a coaching problem. This is not a your teammates folded problem. This is a you problem, Vince, because this is your position on the team to be the number one option, to be the guy, to be the driver of the bus and have the keys. This is your position, what you're supposed to do. So we was gonna give you all the praise if you won. So now you have to take your scrutiny, rightfully so, especially if you put that type of performance up. It just is what it is. You got to take the good with the bad. Call it like
Exactly.
it is. So yeah. Anything else? We always go off on these tangents, but like anything else on Kevin Durant?
Nah, I think we talked enough about KD. The only thing more I would add is if he ever hear this conversation, man, just to stop, stop, stop going to the social media with your gripes and stuff, or at the very least say that shit in the locker room, like the same thing you've been saying this whole time, man. You, Kevin Durant, you could go to niggas and be like, yo, step it up. Or show motherfuckers how to do things better while y'all in practice and stuff, or looking at film together, whatever. But step up your leadership game. That's all,
Real
man.
shit. And you could go.
We know how you are. Everything else, man. All your skills on the court is undeniable, man. I mean, you probably the greatest scorer of all time. We're just talking flat out, just scoring one on
It's,
one with the ball, man. It's just like you probably the greatest one on one because who could stop a 7 footer with all your abilities and your shooting touch?
you feel me?
Yeah,
But but them intangibles, man. The
gotta have
main
the
one that he
intangibles, man.
the main one he's supposed to have where his talent level and where he be positioned at on the team. You the leader, bro. You supposed to be able to not only can you go in there and say what you gotta say, you can go in there and be and like really get it off. You can go in there and be pissed off like on some Kobe shit, yelling and snapping and just like that. He's an angry bastard. Like you can go here and get that off the way that you really feel like, yo, you fucking trash and go maybe that might light a fire in there and he hear it like that. You get what I'm saying? But you could go in
Yeah,
there and get this. You could go in there and get that shit off just like that, Kevin Durant. Another, well, that we've been talking about Kevin Durant and his Twitter finger as far as the Houston team, like how it's affecting the team. But what about just real quick? We ain't gotta talk about it long. But the other stuff he was saying allegedly, like Steve Kerr racist and uh Westbrook is a triple double cocaine bear. That was wild.
right.
How you feel about
Those
those other tweets about like other players on other teams or coaches or whatever, different organizations catching strays from Kevin Durant?
all right. So, my question is, were those things that he said back in those times when he was playing with him, or did those things come out like he said those things like recently? That's that.
Uh,
That's my
am I
question. Is that,
sure? Yeah, I'm not
but
sure.
yeah, we're not sure. But yeah, more research needed on that. As far as
Yeah,
time frame.
yeah, because like
But
you said,
just in general, him saying those things is kind of like I don't understand the Steve Kerr being a racist thing. Like I haven't seen him give it any preferential treatment to none of the white players. So that's
I, I,
unsubstantiated.
oh,
And and, and Westbrook, I mean, I don't know. He played like a man possessed. I don't know. I, for me, I'm just gonna go with the kosher-ness of him just being that's his personality. You know, he relentless.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna say he
it's
out here like
consistently him now.
yeah. I ain't gonna say he out here wired and
Now,
they do drug tests. I would think that he would get caught. Like I don't know if that's count as a performance enhancing drug, but I think they count for substance abuse.
yeah, you can't do none of that. No alcohol. You
Yeah.
can't have the alcohol abuse, drugs and alcohol or PEDs.
I mean,
So yeah,
alcohol is legal. So I mean, unless you showing up to the game drunk and they just decide to bang you for it, because we know these. we hear the stories of the players being drunk and having hangovers, so we know they be having alcohol in their system sometimes. But
Yeah,
cocaine ain't legal, so that ain't.
yeah. I guess since it's legal, they don't press the issue probably too much. Like they ain't gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga drunk or not." But they
Yeah, but
probably got
alcohol,
it as part
it's
of
an
their
accepted drug.
guidelines because I'm about to say they probably got it as part of their guidelines from back in the day when niggas used to be cracking cans of beer open at halftime and shit like that. That's probably when they implemented that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yo, man, don't. Yeah. And when the stories you heard about Reinhardt testing his cups of henny on the while you on the
Yeah,
bench, it's like,
that's crazy. Playing on
that,
Henny.
yeah, like, come on, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like to play into that, and him saying that shit is just like, yo, man, what type of time you on? Because that ain't got nothing to do with the game. You know,
Right. Yeah. It's like
I'd
I don't
rather
know,
you talk
man.
shit about my game than try to disparage me. Especially like Steve Kerr being a white man. It's like, damn, you just gonna say some shit like that? Like, it better be real, like for that, or that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And
I don't
and,
I don't
and
I don't think Steve Kerr racist, bro.
I don't think
Somebody
he
was
is
saying,
either.
you know what I think that narrative came out? It came out because I still do want to know what the issue is with him and Kaminga for whatever reason. Because it was like, yo, you putting B pods in and not giving no rec to Kaminga, like it's like he better than him or much better, whatever the case is. It was like when he got something against him or something like that. But I'm like, you can't say that because look at all the other black players that he do use. Like, I just don't know what the
Exactly.
personal things was with Kaminga, but I did see people saying that before. Like, oh, what's the issue? Like he playing the white boy pop B pods, and but he ain't putting Kaminga in races, and the niggas just like to complain about shit like that sometimes. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean, because
what's
it
the
do it
what's
do be true in some instances, but not in this one right here. I don't think.
yeah? So what's the excuse for all those years they played Kevin Looney?
All right.
I mean, like he ain't never try to get him replaced, and they've had other like big men that were white guys that was on the team, and they couldn't get off the bench.
Yeah,
Like,
and before it was B pods, people fail to realize that's supposed to be Jordan Poole's spot. Like Jordan Poole supposed to all the minutes that B pods getting right now. That was Jordan Poole was getting built up to be, and when he was on the Warriors. And the other thing
right.
that the other thing that let me know that he's like more than likely not racist, and I don't think he racist because Draymond Green's still on the team. After all them shenanigans, a racist white man would be like, man, get your black ass out of here, bro. You causing too much trouble. But the fact that
Yeah,
he still got in there is just like, come on, man. We ain't trying to do that. I ain't putting the racist white tag on every single white man, bro. Especially if they don't show me no reason to do it.
exactly, exactly, man. That's just out of pocket.
Yeah. And then I forget. I think it was somebody else that he came for in there. He said good things about Ben Simmons. It was like, yeah. But that's the thing, though. Is it a
And then you
burner
go,
account or was it a group chat? Because he was talking. He wasn't talking in third person. He's talking in first person. He wasn't saying like, "Oh, maybe they should give Kevin Durant the ball." He was saying, "Give me the ball. I like playing with Ben Simmons because he gave me the ball." That don't sound like somebody unless he just be that high. We know he get, he get he. Everybody know he on the tree. Like, I mean, it's legal now in the NBA to a certain
right.
extent. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know if he meant to be on the burner and talking in third person, but was still talking in first person. But you feel what I'm saying? Was it a burner account like making tweets, or was this like in a private group chat to where they know it's him, but he's not, you know what I mean? He's just under a fake account just in case like something like this happened.
Well, that's how they say KD typically rolls when he has his group uh chat that he has his burner profile in. You know, and I
So
guess and I guess the group is kind of like within the group is private. You know, only the group members can know unless somebody within the group leaks it out. The conversation.
Right.
So that kind of
Yeah.
protects him from him just being like, oh, I just got my Twitter account open and everybody can just see
Right.
what I'm saying. Because as many eyes that would have on the conversations. Oh, he'd have been ousted. He'd have been
Right.
outed. I should say, not ousted, outed. They'd have been courted. It takes somebody from within the group to start leaking stuff out and be like, yo, man, this Kevin Durant. I found his ass.
Right.
Found where he be
Well,
lurking.
yeah, because it's really, I guess it is still all alleged, but the reason why is easy to believe is him, which I'm leaning towards it probably really is him. Not only because you got the history of doing it, but because you're not coming out right and saying that it's not you. And it's just like how he was, like people was pointing out, like how he was acting around the All Star break and stuff like that, and avoiding questions and stuff like that, and just his whole like mannerisms and behavior after the leak came out. So for you not to come out and be like, whoa, like I know like I done got banged in the past for this and all that, but like this not me, or this somebody trolling is me. It's not me. I mean, me and my teammates good and all that. You ain't coming out saying that. You just like I knew you was gonna ask me about it. I don't feel like talking about it. Nah, you talk about other men and other players, including your own teammates, in this alleged like Twitter rant or whatever you want to call it. Like you need to address that, bro. At
Yeah,
least if you don't want to address the Westbrook part and all that, at least address the parts about your teammates. That's the least you could do.
yeah. And I would, even if he did do it, even if it really is him, which we all think it is, he should still come out and lie then and say, nah, it wasn't me. Like either way, he should be
Word.
denying it, whether he did it or not, just
That's
to
what
try
I'm
to
saying.
be, just to try to salvage the morale of the team. You know, like we said from the beginning, man. Divided locker room ain't the recipe for success long term.
That's a fact. Yeah. So I think we done touched up on what we
Yeah, I
can
think
with this
we've
Kevin Durant
exhausted this
season.
Kevin Durant thing.
Yeah. For now, anyway, let something else come
Yeah,
out.
until he does something else, man. I mean, the thing about Kevin Durant is, man, he gives everybody that talks about basketball good content. Once you start getting bored, you might be in the dog days of the season. Here come KD, like, all right, man, let me spice this shit up, nigga. Like, what I'm gonna say? He just be plotting, man. Like, and I get it, man. But damn, we just want to see you hoop. We don't need the drama. But I mean, I guess
Yeah.
a little bit of drama is good every now and then for him. I guess that's what keep him going throughout the season.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, whenever he got like this, the social media world or the media world in general on his heels about some stuff he didn't say or he wasn't supposed to say, it seemed like it bring out the best in his game, right?
Yeah, yeah, KD
Because the
might go
first,
on a little. He might go on a little streak where he got like 5 games in a row, 35 or more or something.
yeah, because the first game back, he came out. I think he dropped like 30 something, 34, 35, hit the game, the winner, or not the at the clutch, but like the game winning shot, the dagger, all that. I'm like, maybe that's his recipe to keep playing at this level, like stir up some trouble, to like to give him that, put that fire up on. I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's why thing is, man, go get a lady or something, man. Go get somebody to go home to. You got too much free time, too much money. You be fried. It's just like, and then you got your phone in your hand. You got your phone in your hand, bro. Like, go get something else to pay. Get yourself something else to pay attention to outside of yourself and your phone, bro. Like,
yeah.
get game is your game, bro. The talent
He
gonna
needs
be
something
there, bro.
consistent to focus on. That's serious. Something else serious that he can consistently focus on outside of the game. That, like you said, it takes up a good portion of his free time. Because
Right.
him just being this freelancing bachelor with all the time on his hands, at least he don't get into like, you know, anything crazy like, you know, abusing people and stuff like that. You know, it's all good. He don't got that kind of a detrimental personality, but social media wise, it's like that's where he go
Yeah.
wrong.
That's where you go. That's where you go wrong. Yep. And is it fair to? Is it fair to let this affect him on uh personal level for a fan? What I mean by that is like like him and Kawhi been a thing. Like him versus Kawhi been a thing amongst the community. A lot of people lean to either side. But like when this happened, it's just like, yo, I'm so tired of doing this to you, man. With you, I might go ahead and just take Kawhi over you now. Like I'm tired of when Kawhi come out, he hoop when he do want to. He got his issues with never wanting to fucking be available. But it's just like I said, how does
Well,
this affect his legacy? Like how fans look at him and all that. That's what I was getting at too. Like, cause even just on the level of him not being the greatest leader, not being able to get it done, and on a personal level, like people always try to take the fan part out of being a fan.
yeah,
We're going to straight shooters 94 is going to give you like the legit basketball takes, and we're going, you know what I mean, we're going to know the stats, the history, the numbers of whatever we talk about, but we still fans. Like part of like people don't buy season tickets to not be emotionally invested into their team or players.
right. But you know what it does for me? it, it it makes me like on the fan aspect, kind of just like how can I best describe this? You ever have you ever have anybody that's a good friend of yours and he's so like he's super cool and everything for the most part, but he borrow money from you, but he borrow like something small, like yo, let me get $5 here or let me get $10 there, and it don't happen all the time, but you know that if you let this motherfucker borrow money from you, you ain't never getting it back, and
Right,
then you get mad, and then you borrow some money from them one time, and then you don't pay them back right away. They get mad at you. You be like, wait a minute, hold up, bro. Like he like
right,
that kind of. He fit. That's the way he feel. That's to me like it's like, bro, like you got some nerve, kind of like. It's like we so. It's like
right,
yo, we so cool, but like, it's like you got some things about you. It's like you got some nerve to have that about you. Like
right. You ain't in a position to like, bro, like humble yourself.
yeah,